gang, it's me, Dr. Steve. We're going to do a little something different today. Trump, of course, has just been inaugurated. We are officially now in the beginnings of the new golden age. And so today for this video, frankly, I just want to celebrate. I want to bask in the light of our journey together as a channel, where we've been, and more importantly, where we're going. Now, if you've been following this channel now for the almost decade we've been doing this, I mean, we shared quite the wild ride together. Some of you were with me right at the beginning, back in November of 2016, when we launched the channel, when I predicted Trump would win. I got to gloat for a few weeks afterward that he would beat Hillary. And then we, of course, experienced the drama of Trump having to take on the deep state virtually alone, all by himself. He had no friends all throughout his first term. We then experienced the whole insanity surrounding COVID and the BLM riots and the 2020 election, the aftermath of J6. And then, of course, the return of Trump in his 2024 bid. We experienced together that awful day on J13 in Butler, Pennsylvania, the first assassination attempt. And then, of course, his rising to victory on November the 5th, the implosion of the legacy media, the rise of courageous patriots taking back their country. And then on a personal level, we experienced a significant blow to this channel, our own total demonetization and big tech suppression, where you stood by us and carried this channel over the last year. And then, praise God, just a couple of days back, literally our remonetization here on YouTube, just ready for the new golden age. What a journey. And what a journey it has been with all of you. And I want to share this moment with you and with one of my good friends who's been with this channel for a long time now, a supporter of this channel. Joining me today is my favorite online entrepreneur, Mar-a-Lago member and good friend, Alex Albarran. And gang, listen, we'll get into it in a minute, but Alex is the one guy who can help you build a fully self-sustaining online business. How's that? I mean it. He's amazing. He's the best. I only bring you the best. He is it. So if you want to take hold of this massive economic boom about to happen under the MAGA presidency, please, gang, you got to talk to Alex about what you can do together in starting your very own online business. Click the link below or scan the QR code to book a time with him. You will not regret it. He's helped so many Turley talkers become financially free under Joe freaking Biden. Just imagine what he can do for you under Trump in this new golden age. Alex, my friend, welcome back. Great to see you. You look, you have an austere sheen even in the midst of the new golden age. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. And it's been a journey, because I think it's vindication. A lot of us were on the Trump train in really 2015 when he announced he was going to run, right? And I'm sure people watching, you guys were on that train as well. And you saw the media, and you saw even the Republican Party, the old establishment, right? You see all these people fighting against him, the persecution, the prosecution, they both apply. And then you see him now, even you have Hollywood celebrities backing him now. It's kind of like, oh, now it's cool to be on the Trump train. And we'll let them on. It's okay. But we know the OGs, right? We know the people that were here from day one. And that's you, Dr. Turley. So no, thanks so much for having me on for this celebration.
Right back at you. And you're one of those OGs as well. Been a member of Mar-a-Lago for a number of years. I'm curious, just from your entrepreneurial perspective, what do you see going on here with it? Well, actually, you know what, Alex, I'm curious mostly, just what are you most excited about personally in the dawn of this new golden age?
I think confidence, not just as a business owner, but with consumers and just people that are doing business in everyday life in this country. I think confidence is a shaky thing because it's not based sometimes in reality, it's perception. And I think under the last 4 years, confidence all around has been very weak. People not buying a home, not wanting to move, not wanting to start their business, or not wanting to just invest in gold or some of the other great things you talk about. And I think now moving forward into the golden age of probably Trump and JD Vance the next 12 years, hopefully, I think it's going to be unlike any other because we've never had this combination of AI and online marketing and all these different things that make having that financial freedom that you discuss so accessible, so attainable, right? Even in economies that used to be amazing back in the day, like under Ronald Reagan, you still had limitations. You still needed a big business loan. It was still expensive to start a business. And so I'm just excited to see everyday people, even like you and I, we have businesses now that are feeding our family, impacting people, and we're thriving. But back in the day, even 20, 30 years ago, something like this, what we're doing today, wouldn't be possible. So I'm very excited for people to take advantage of this golden economy.
It's so interesting because I think the last 4 years were exactly what you just explained, kind of your several decade frame. These last 4 years, in many respects, have been sort of a microcosm of that. Because you've been working very closely with MAGA fans for a number of years now, helping them start their own businesses during the bleak Biden years so they can thrive instead of just survive during those years. But now you're seeing you're seeing the dawn of this new golden era, and you're working with those same people. What has that journey been like for you and the rest of the MAGA fans that you've been working with to start these successful online businesses? What's that journey been like over, say, this bleak 4 years, say, and now moving into the golden era?
Right. So I think I like that Bleak Biden, double B. That's a good nickname.
A
But
little alliteration there. Yeah.
I think everything, especially starting a business, and there's people watching this that might already have a business. And when you already have a company, you've gone through the emotional side of entrepreneurship. Just like when you started your channel, it's like, oh, am I going to fail? Self doubt, imposter syndrome, all these emotions. Like it's 90% psychology when you're starting a business, very little skills. It's really just saying, yes, I'm going to take action. I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to take this leap of faith, right? So under Biden, I wasn't seeing that as much as I'd like. I saw people with amazing potential, tremendous opportunity, but they just couldn't in their mind say yes. And they got stuck in the stability and the comfort of just getting by. As you mentioned, they're surviving, but they're not thriving. Even since Trump got elected really a few months ago and inaugurated, I've seen people that come back and say, hey, Alex, now I'm ready to go. I have confidence in myself, the economy, everything is going to work out. So I'm saying perception is reality. It means a lot. And look at, we just saw this deal a few days ago with the hostages in Gaza and Hamas and Israel and everything like that. He is not even in office technically at that point, and that deal got made. So confidence is a real thing. And I think having Trump come in and establish this golden age of the economy online and, of course, for local businesses is going to be like anything we've ever seen.
Alex, you said, I just want to really underscore that for people. You are seeing a difference even among our Turley talkers that you work with, just in terms of perception. That there was, I mean, they're ready to get out there and take some chances, build an online business under the Biden years. But you're noticing a definite dispositional, inclinational optimism that's boomed since November 5th. That bodes quite well for the future for them.
Exactly, because when you're starting a business, you have to have some level of naivete. Like, I'm going to come in and do things differently, and it's going to be better than other people who've been doing this for 20 years, right? Like, you have to be a little naive to start even your YouTube channel or my business almost, a decade ago. But it's a good thing. You need to say, hey, I can do things differently, or I'm going to start this channel. I'm going to hire this company to help me build my business. And so again, that confidence and that optimism, that's a part of that initial psychology of somebody who's maybe a 9-to-5er. Again, they're stable, they're comfortable, but they're not thriving. They're not financially free. So it's really a transformation to go from that to then a successful, thriving online entrepreneur. That's not a 45-degree or 20-degree shift. It's an entire identity shift. And so I think somebody who has the identity of optimism, positivity, and this is going to work out, things tend to work out. As an example, I just did an online presentation. It was a client of mine. She started with me at zero, right? She had self doubt. She told me no 2 years ago. She said, Alex, I'm not going to work with you. You're just some young kid. Who knows? You don't even know what you're talking about, right? So she started working with me, though. I got her on board. 2 years later, she has 329,000 YouTube subscribers, fantastic finances. You can look her up. She's a patriot. She talks about finances and paying off debt. But I spoke at her conference and I did this exercise where I asked people different questions like, oh, if you went to a hotel, a 5-star Four Seasons or a hotel, could you convince them to give you a free upgrade for free? Right? Or could you sell a pen to a stranger in 5 minutes? Like little exercises like that. It was 140 people on that call. I asked 3 of these questions, just seeing if people think they could. I'm not asking them to do it right now. It's just the belief in themselves that they can win. They're deciding to win. Only 11% said yes to every single one of the questions that they could try at least. Like one of the questions was, can you make 90 YouTube videos in 90 days, a video a day? Which we all could, but only 11% said yes to every single one of the questions. And so that optimism, the positivity, and deciding that, hey, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to commit, it's going to work out. That's more than half the battle. And so I think now people got that push from the election, from what they're seeing in the economy. And I think it's going to be a beautiful thing.
Yeah. What are some of your predictions for the economy and just business in general in the coming golden age years here?
All right. Well, the CPI recently was much lower, which is great because the Fed hopefully cut rates, especially with Trump in office. And I think that's been a big hindrance for certain industries like real estate, even general contracting, people that, they just don't have the money. If they sell their house, they have a 3% mortgage, then they're going to buy a house that has a 7.5% mortgage. So even if they made a profit on their home sale, you see like the math just isn't mathing. So, and that's just one industry, but I think once Trump comes in, inflation's going to go down. I think access to credit as well, access to financing for starting a business, for even getting a car is going to be cheaper and more effective. He's even saying you can write off the interest for your car note, right? That's one of his strategies coming in. And I think with the SALT deduction, that's going to help a lot of people, and even writing off your home interest. So again, they're not really going to say, hey, rates are going to be 2% again, but there's a lot of different things that they can do to massage the overall financing of a business or even a line of credit, and just making the economy flow a lot smoother.
It's so amazing too, because you look back at what he was able to do in his first term economically, and in many ways, he didn't have anywhere near the political power that he has now, the political leverage that he has now. That's how Washington D.C. runs, is by virtue of political power and leverage. So it's amazing, because had he won re-election in 2020. Ironically, he would have been very weak. He would have just been cast off as a lame duck. And and I think in many ways, Alex, they were treating him as a lame duck president. In the establishment was in his first term, because they were definitely planning on getting rid of him. He was going to be a one and done president. But you just look at what he was able to accomplish with that minimal amount of political pull. Can you imagine what he's going to accomplish now with probably more political power than we've seen probably since Reagan in '84, when he won with 49 states? I mean, this is astonishing stuff.
Well, no, in Mar-a-Lago, I've seen, of course, the governors, congressmen, senators, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Ellison. Like, you're talking about everybody, they're coming to him. Right? He's not saying, oh, I'll meet you in the middle. Like, let's go, like, let's coordinate. They're like, okay, I have to come kiss the ring, essentially. This guy is going to run the country, and he's the most powerful person in the entire world. So, again, I've seen these people with my own eyes at Mar-a-Lago. So like you're saying, the power that he has, but also he's using it extremely intellectually, strategically. And it's for everybody watching this, he's a once-in-a-lifetime leader who's going to bring forth a once-in-a-lifetime time in our economy and just everything. So no better time to take action than now.
That leads me to exactly what I want to ask. So, I mean, what do you think our listeners should do in this new golden age now that it's here?
I think they should say yes. They should say
I love
yes
it.
to whatever their vision is or dreams are, even if they want to stay in, a job. It's like say yes to going back to school and taking it to another level, or getting more skills and starting a business, or getting help to start a business. Like, yes, this is going to be the golden age economy. Not for everybody though, right? You're still going to have your gap in the middle class. It's going to slow, right? The drip effect of the rich and the poor, but it's still happening over time, no matter what we can do about it, no matter how much we like it. So it's better to say, hey, in this time, I'm going to take action on whatever it is, even if it's again, a dream, an opportunity, whatever it is, take action on it, say yes, and just commit to being successful with it. I'm pretty sure you're going to be satisfied.
Alex, people click on the link below and sign up for a time to chat with you. What
Mhm.
can they expect to can you give us a little bit of a sneak
Sure.
peek of what you'd be talking about?
Yeah, so it's with me as well, right? You look at a lot of the gurus or influencers or whatever, and they're like, oh, yeah, schedule a call with my team or my advisors. And you're not talking to the person. I've worked with probably 1,200 clients. And to get those clients, I've spoken with probably 11,000 amazing people. And again, you see that not everybody qualifies, not everybody is the right fit, but I'll still have a conversation and give people advice on what direction that they're going in. But again, it's a one-on-one conversation. We'll be speaking together. And a lot of my clients, they're at that point of, hey, I've been thinking of this business, or I'm open to opportunities, and like I just don't know. And so if that's you, don't feel like, oh, I'm not going to reach out. This is not only for business owners, it's for aspiring business owners, it's for people
Right.
that know there's more out there for them. And I'm happy to chat with you one-on-one about it. So it's not a little cookie cutter $90 course thing. It's like, hey, I'm going to speak with you, let you know if it's a good fit or not, and if it is, we can definitely discuss what that looks like.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're in the business of changing lives. It's no
Mm-hmm.
question about that. Listen, gang. I mean, if you want to take hold of this massive economic boom and opportunity that's about to happen under the MAGA presidency, I love how Alex put it. Just say yes. You need to do this. Just say yes, right? So, just you got to talk to Alex about what you guys can do together. Click the link in below or scan the QR code to book a time with him. Alex he's the real deal. Like he said, he'll be the one talking with you. He's helped so many Turley talkers become financially free. And he did it under, what do we call it? The bleak Biden years.
And
Just
I'll mention as
imagine.
well, I have all these client results and testimonials, because that's why I love my clients. A lot of them are like, they're open about their results. So you can look them up and you can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
So like, Dr. Turley is saying, just book a call. We'll have a conversation. And it might be a little more difficult to get some of my clients into Mar-a-Lago, but I have some pull there with Secret Service and everything like that. So, if you sign up, I love taking my clients there if they ever visit Palm Beach, Florida. So yeah, no, looking forward to it.
Oh, it's absolutely. And again, I've hung out with Alex at Mar-a-Lago. We had a great time, and meeting number soon to be number, yeah, well, now 40, number
Yeah.
47. I got to get
Mhm.
used to that now. Uh, if you've ever even just thought about starting your own online business, now is the time. This is it. Time to rise up, catch that rising wave. Click on that link below, scan the QR code, book a call with Alex. He's the guy. It's going to make it happen for you. You're going to absolutely love it. Alex, I got to say, you've been here from the very beginning with Trump. You steadfastly supported him, even when it was not fashionable to do so, shall we say.
Mhm.
You've always stood by him. You've always stood by us. You're the real deal, man. This golden age was made for you, my friend. So I look forward to seeing you soon. And I'm going to be in awe of what you're going to accomplish over the next few years.
No, likewise. Thank you so much for having me on, and we'll talk soon.
Absolutely. I'll have you back soon.